Gerrit, another quality start, 6 innings, just 1 run. How were you able to bear down when you really needed to tonight?
I thought we were prepared. We were convicted in what pitches we were going to go to. Kind of no matter the situation, we knew what we needed to do to get through it.
A lot of emotion there getting out of the 6th inning. Aaron Boone had mentioned that you were maybe getting a little fatigued. How were you able to reach back there on that final pitch?
It was just so thick tonight. I mean, anybody who's at the park, it's just like the humidity was something else. I just unfortunately started that 6th inning off with a triple and just really had to go to work from there. And then with Baez, just a guy who can put the ball, on any given pitch. I just thought the situation dictated a fastball up. So when it came down to it, we just executed what we needed to do.
The bottom of the inning, huge moment for Giancarlo Stanton. It seemed like you were up in the dugout faster than anyone else. Can you just describe watching that and how that dugout reacted?
Yeah, admittedly, and embarrassingly, I told that ball to get up, but it didn't need any help. It's funny. I can't remember the year, but Giancarlo and I caught up in the outfield in Miami, just both being Southern California guys. Going into a start, I think I was closing the series off, and we were just talking about adjustments to the East Coast and whatever, and he asked me, he said, hey, could you just give me a fastball down the middle tomorrow? And I'm just going to go the other way. I need to find my swing. So I was locked up with Joe Furr for like 7 innings, and I got to Giancarlo for the 3rd time around. And, not being one to go back on my word or shy away from a challenge, I gave him a fastball right down the middle. But he totally reneged and clobbered it off the fish that was still out there in left center and tied the ball game, and I lost the win. So, what a blessing it is for me to have played against such a wonderful talent and to now be on the same side of such a wonderful talent. A true professional and how he goes about his business and what he brings to the park every single day. And to leave it at this, he just totally redeemed himself tonight, getting me that win. So,
how's it been as a teammate that you had that early experience with him, but now you play with him a number of years? What's that been like?
Right. Just so disciplined. Every single day, he's in here working hard and really doing everything that he can to try to get himself better. Great players are always as hungry, regardless if they're having a good season or if they're struggling. And he'd be he's the first to admit when he doesn't come through when he wants to. I think his teammates really respect his ownership in that and respect his preparation, regardless of how things are going for him.
Gerrit, what do you think about this little run you guys are on, 7 out of 8? You're back to 500 now. You're going to be 7 back in the wild card after tonight. Are you looking at the standings at all? Are you getting a little excited that you're making a run here?
I'm glad that we're playing some good baseball. That's always enjoyable. As far as what that holds for the future, we got into this little stretch of good playing baseball, not thinking about the second part of your question, and so just logically, I think we need to stay right exactly what we've been doing and continue to try to get better. We got some young guys that we need to set some good examples for and make sure that they're prepared and they get acclimated as quickly as possible because we hope to count on them in the future. So I think that's our main goal.
Gerrit, what were your impressions of the atmosphere when Dominguez was up there and how the fan base is starting to rally around him now?
Yeah, it's exciting. Your homegrown players are always. They just add an extra level of, feel like you have a personal connection to those type of players. And the players do too. Whoever you come up with first in the major leagues, it's, you always hold that franchise, close to your heart. So, he looks like a fantastic player. He's got a lot of work to do. So does Wells. So do all these guys. And I think one of the great attributes about them is that they're very aware of that. He's going to be playing very well for us. And he's going to be playing bad at some points. And I think just enjoying the progression of the player and watching him fight through, whatever adversity and success may come his way is what being a great teammate is about. And I feel like they have a pretty good chance of being pretty good players, but I'm not an official scout, so far I like what I see.
Gerrit, does it ever surprise you how hard that Stanton hits the ball? The home run tonight was 15th hardest hit ball in all of baseball this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly. Yeah, it does surprise me. I asked the ball to get up. Like anyone else that takes that trajectory. It's just, not many guys can hit it with that velocity, like you said. So, even though I should expect it, it's just real magical to see.
I don't know if you answered this already, but you were talking about on the other side about the way you use your fastball tonight. You had it when you needed it, but you didn't use it as much as you normally do.
Well, it's a great question. First of all, that club over there put together some fantastic at-bats tonight. I thought it was a super gritty effort. Obviously, they had to play through the same conditions, and they put just enough barrel on quite a bit of good pitches. And, whether you're inside or outside the sweet spot, when you're staying through the ball, you're doing something right. Traditionally, they don't swing and miss at a lot of fastballs. I think their highest swing and miss percentage in the lineup that they threw tonight was somewhere around 20%, and a lot of guys are hanging around 10. Having a good fastball, you can't shy away from that. I think last week we had similar results with not getting swings and misses, but we were able to control the type of contact when we were in the zone throwing quality fastballs. This week, there was a concerted effort to make an adjustment to that approach. There were a few more opportunities last week. I thought that if we executed some off-speed pitches, we might have had some quicker at-bats. And tonight, certainly the slider dictated that it should be showing up in big spots because it was generating the most swings and misses. So a bit of cat and mouse between the two teams. I know AJ's going to have his guys prepared.